We got the minibar pried open. We're drinking beers. There's a couch floating in the pool on fire, and Dave England's naked. Can I have a room for tonight? You have any vacancies? Yeah, sure. Check it in. We're just over there. Oh my God! Like, who would ever stay in that place?
The boys acted worse when the cameras went off. Jeff.
I mean, I just feel like I'm betraying any of you if I tell any of these stories.
The funniest moments from Jackass, to me, were just driving in the vans on the way to the location as people are just ripping farts, like bare-ass farts on people's faces. It was so disgusting at the time, but it's fucking hilarious when I think about it now. I've seen so many beanbags and assholes in people's faces in those vans filming Jackass.
You know, if you go to sleep, like, someone's gonna put their dirty underwear in your face, or like put their butt in your face, like really put their butt right in your face, like maybe touch it.
My worst experience ever, we were in Pennsylvania, and I fell asleep in the van, and Ryan Dunn was sitting behind me, and gave me one of the most vicious rusty hooks. And a rusty hook is where he stuck his finger up his butt, and then reached over the seat and just clawed me and pulled me back with the poopy finger. But not only like that, he had a long fingernail, so he like scratched my gums as he's pulling it back, and
The poop right into an open wound.
Right into open. It's just horrible. And he is not the cleanest person I've ever met.
Yeah, you sleep with one ear open in the Jackass travels for sure.
Someone has a masturbation problem, and he makes it everyone's problem. You'll be in a van with 10 other guys, and if you hear a that means he's going at it in the back seat. And no one wants to sit in front of him or behind him or around him because you'll get dirty.
We completely demolished a rental car inside and out. We thought it was a rental car, but it was just some old guy who was lending us his van. Oh, I felt like such a dick. Steve-O didn't give a shit.
Yeah, he didn't care at all. As a matter of fact, he wanted to do it more.
Didn't he actually end up buying that vehicle?
Did he? Oh, yeah.
He did.
They called me all chipped in or something?
No, I blew that off.
Oh.
They asked for money. I sent him a bum check.
You blew it off?
No, I sent him a bum check.
Oh, cool.
I didn't have any money in my account.
You know, a lot of times we just think of these little ways to fuck with each other, you know. For a while it was cattle prods, and we always had, someone always brought the cattle prod to the bar, even though there's no cameras around. And that's when the best, like, for a while it was peeing on each other.
At night, you have to put a towel underneath the bottom of your hotel door, because you never know who's going to come home wasted and just fully close you out with a fire extinguisher.
Then the hair clippers. We run around with hair clippers, and everyone, the whole crew, had big bald patches, and it's just a lot of times the cameras aren't rolling. Most of the time the cameras aren't rolling, but the pranks are still going on.
Were you pretty happy when Bam tried to on you in London?
Bam shouldn't really get credit for that. As far as the best effort made was someone else sitting next to me. We're on the press junket for Jackass the movie all through Europe, and our early on joke was, "All right, you're getting on tonight." And you think that's a hollow threat. You just think, "Oh yeah, of course." So I wanted to check my email, so I go into his room to check my email, and all of a sudden I hear these footsteps coming, and I just look up. He is fully intending on on me. So luckily the bathroom was like 6 feet away, where I just did a full dive, somehow shut the door and locked my foot against it and got the door locked. And
and then I laid outside the bathroom door and tried to get myself back to that point, and you were completely helpless.
Completely helpless, and you did finish.
Only when I finished did you come out.
Oh, God.
Or when you're in the back of we're in London and we're coming in from, I think, Dublin, and we're driving in a van, and Jeff was always good for falling asleep. And so he was sleeping in the back of the van, and I was like, "Bam, go on, Jeff."
Oh, my God.
And so Bam gets over Jeff, and he's over Jeff, and he just killing it right in front of Jeff, and Jeff's sleeping away. And right as it got good to Bam, Bam's scarf falls and hits Jeff in the face, kind of brushes his face. So Jeff wakes up to feeling something on his face, and Bam doing this, so he thought he got on. Yeah. And he came up
completely
swinging,
horrified,
obviously.
I did get a sweet punch to Bam's raw dick. That's as horrible as it ever got. This is one of the most annoying things about Jackass. I have to sit like this. I used to work like this. I used to just do everything one-handed. I always have a hand covering my nuts. Because
Yeah, you got to be on guard.
everyone is a dick.
Yeah.
You're not safe around anybody.
A mousetrap on the ear, a hit to the balls.
Yeah.
Oh,
See what I'm saying? Like,
Cordell.
That's the sound guy.
Cordell is a dick.
You know what I mean? Plane rides in general are always some of the most exciting things with these guys because one of them is always going to sort of fuck up on the airplane. And it's usually Pontius. Pontius or Steve-O are the two worst.
Both of us really bad on airplanes.
One time, we were on an airplane, and I went to take like a sleeping pill so I could sleep through the flight.
Which was legitimately prescribed to him.
I should actually say one time, but this particular time. And I took it a little too early. And so I'm getting on the plane, and I'm like this. They're like, is he on drugs? And I'm like, I look at them, I'm like, I don't need a drink.
He's kind of looking at me like one eye is going that way and one eye's straight, and he's calling me Jimmy. He's like, Jimmy. And I'm like, what the heck is going on?
I spilled the wine all over my shirt, and then I took my shirt off and stood up, and everyone's looking at me. I'm like, what? You're not comfortable with the male body?
Pontius usually can't make it to the restroom on an airplane. He's content with just going wherever he's standing or sitting.
Well, I've seen him make it to the restroom. He just decided not to go in and turn his back to the restroom, but still act as if he was in the restroom.
He was in front of a couple, and he was talking to this couple, too, and then he just looks at him and just starts pissing all down his leg, and the woman's sitting in her seat going, ding, 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 trying to get the stewardess.
So there's all these newspapers laid out right after, like, all around the front of the toilet, like it was like a dog. And right after that, he went and curled up with this dude. There was an empty seat next to this guy who was sleeping, and he just snugged up with him, all piss-covered.
They come up to me, they're like...
Yeah, you used the guy next to you as a pillow, dude. They kicked you out.
And they're like, did he take anything? And he's like, Steve-O goes, yeah, and so did I, but we swallowed it before we even got on the plane, so it's perfectly legal.
It's not on us, it's in us.
As the plane's taking off, I'm sleeping. Steve-O goes pee in a cup.
It's like pouring
Films the plane taking off, then pans to me.
That pans
goes
my
to his
wiener.
pee, throws the pee all over me.
Yes.
I got up to get off the plane before it even landed. And then when I was getting off the plane, like, I was seeing two of everybody. It was a mess.
Let's just say if there was a show about Jackass when we're done with work, when the cameras aren't rolling, that would be amazing.